Mm-hmm. Boop. Yo. Hey, you Yusuke. I'm here, but I'm sick. Had to miss school. Oh no. I hope you feel better. But welcome in. We have a new layout that will fit this current game and future Ace Attorney games. But hello. I know there's no music. This game's loading screen has no music. For whatever reason. But I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if anybody wants to drop by and say hi. Hello. 6 likes already, dang. What is that? What is what? What is that? 457. What is up, 457? We are here. We are ready to play this game. Start a new case. We're here with Ace Attorney. It's so awkward that there's no loading screen music. Edgeworth is being kicked by a little girl. We shall see. We shall see what that is. But last week, basically we solved the case. This week, we're gonna start a new case. And it's called Turnabout Reminisce. Ooh, spooky. No, it's not spooky at all. But y'all ready to start this case? I'm just gonna start it. And do you guys like the new layout? I use the future games text box. Also, Edgeworth is being kicked by a little girl indeed. So let's just start. Hold on. Boop. Kay Faraday. Oh, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. 7 years earlier. Well, at least it's in the board. Could be worse. Yeah, if it was done the other way around. Yeah, you did, right? I did it. I killed the guy. I don't know. But it was the great thief Yatagarasu who told me to do it. Objection. I asked the defendant. What exactly are you trying to say? Don't you get it? I know the true identity of the Yatagarasu. Nani? The Yatagarasu is the man standing there over the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu? Don't you dare deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into embassy. Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the Yatagarasu? Yeah. Objection! Mr. Rel, I heard enough of you. Your Honor, listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me. Sometimes the text boxes are too fast. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This call will be recessed until the new prosecutor is ready. Oh, a courtroom? What? It's been a minute since we've been in a courtroom. Oh, never mind. We're not in the courtroom anymore. Believe me. Okay. It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. Look at his outfit, though. I'm telling the truth is what they always say. And then after that, when you point out their contradiction, they're like, oh wait, I just remembered something. And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be as a replacement for a prosecutor who had been accused by the defendant. Oh, my life. Hey, Mr. Grab and Watch, you got shiny Ivysaur and Pumpkin Bull last night. Oh, nice! Were you hunting in Friend Safari? This sounds like something in a Friend Safari. Edgeworth! Oh. Oh no! Edgeworth. Sir. Oh no! I bow. Oh gosh. You turn on your PC? Oh nice! And also look who's back! Oh gosh, I don't remember how it sounds like. Have you read all over the documents regarding this trial? Yes sir, I memorized everything there is to know. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecution substitution, sir. It's just about complete. What? Oh. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, Aching, will accept nothing short of perfection. Von Karma. Look at the outfit though. Whose frills are better? I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud. As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Cross the defendant's possessing lies into oblivion. Dots. Yes sir. That such a legendary prosecutor is watching over and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. Oh, we can walk around now. Whee! Okay, let's talk to this guy on the floor. Oh, it's a lady. Never mind. Sorry. Excuse me, madam. But there's something the matter. I just thought someone would have brought a whole divorce by now. But this is a courthouse. It would be quite atypical to write whole divorce here. Are you sure someone prepared me a fresh cup of coffee last time I was here? The heck does she think the courthouse is for? The trial is about to resume. I should stay on the premises. Oh. Egad! What a cold stare he's giving me! However, as a disciple of the Von Karma, there is no option but to win! With the power of my mind! Can you give me Shelly's contact? I have a service for you! Hey, Gato! What a gentleman, yeah. He's good. The power of his cold stare rivals my own. What are you doing, Edgeworth? You're just deaf staring the random officer. Gah! He's sleeping while standing up. What a strong technique. The trial will resume shortly. Please wait a moment, sir. I was already aware of that. Surely only in a moment. Which one is it? Be specific. Edgeworth, what are you doing? I'm running around, sir. Don't mind me. I'm preparing, and this is how I shake off the nerves. Look at my running skills. I shall run in a very strange manner and challenge every police officer to a death battle of staring. What are you doing, sir? This is so good. I could drink a whole gallon. I never heard of water that tastes that good. Maybe I'll give him a minute. Are you sure he's drinking water? Does he plan on gulping an entire reservoir dry? JK Finn, you know I need to take care of them myself. Happy about yesterday, sorry for no worries. Kinda been lost all, it's okay. Anyone have a nice sleep? I had a good sleep. Pretty good. Oh, who's this man with the child? Aren't these great? Daddy made all of these. Awesome! But didn't you get fired after you made them? Yeah, I did. I spent the same amount of money on this model as it cost to build the real thing. How? And my boss wasn't very happy with me. Haha. Hey Daddy, didn't you say you built a secret mechanism inside of it? I'll tell you what, I want you older. A secret mechanism? Maybe he installed as payback for getting fired. It could be trouble. Now I'm curious. Get out of my way, boy! I'm here to see the mechanism hidden inside this table. A model of the courthouse. It is pretty well constructed. Hands and a face. Don't tell me this thing transforms! I wonder what other purpose it could have been made. Jesus. But when I made chocolate bread yesterday and I think it missed a little sweetener. Hey? But was it delicioso though? Ooh, a board. A bulletin board. There's a trial schedule posted on it. Trial scheduled for this week. There's only today's trial listed. This must be a mistake or this country's judicial system is not working as it should. Take a guess on which one it is. I hope we can get a pink child soon. I hope so too. Okay, let's talk to Von Karma. They obviously want me to talk to him, even though we were just talking to him just now. Ivy saw his friend Safari, but Pumpkin Boo was full on. Oh, that's pretty cool! Today's trial should have just ended in 1 minute. Because the defendant was picked up by security camera, correct? Exactly. Zakila has the guard to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Yo, gotcha! Yo! Even more outrageous is his claim by the case prosecutor. Burn Faraday gave the order. Ha! Faraday is such a fool! He's been cornered by his very own prey. Sir, are you an acquaintance by Mr. Burn Faraday? Huh! Told me about a week to get shiny snow run on Friend Safari. Dang! Really? I never got to do Friend Safari yet. He is a pathetic man who speaks of nothing but nonsense. Nonsense? He once tried to explain to me that the way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court. Those who cannot be brought to court? Stop repeating what Karma says! That is nonsense, for no man is above the law. Well, there's always a few exceptions. What? Excuse me? Like when you killed my dad? However, there's no reason to deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation outside matters. Thus, there's no reason to deal with such individuals, I see. Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday as Faraday has will not be forgiven. You think you'll watch for a while? Oh, nice. You never seen a gameplay of Ace Authority? Ace Authority? I mean, this is the spin-off game, so it's a bit different from the regular gameplay, but it's pretty fun. And I do dumb voices for the characters. Have no fear, I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused, prosecutor Burn Faraday, I will prove the defendant's guilt. Finger point. Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare just that. Click! Show them all! The power of the Von Karma. Okay. Oh, I had to talk to him some more. Can't you just talk to him the whole thing? So, have you achieved an understanding of the case? Oh, snap, no. Oh, I don't have anything in my things. Okay, never mind. Yes, sir, I've memorized everything that's written down in the case files. Well, explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you're talking about. Understood? Do I have to fight him? Oh, never mind. There's a cutscene. Ugh! I wanna sneeze. You already heard that? A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Kodovian embassy. This is my favorite part of the game. The victim, Mr. Date Man. How do you rate this pun? Also, we're almost to 10 likes, guys. Can we get to 10 likes? The victim, Mr. Date Man, was a staff member at the embassy. The defendant in this case, Mr. Mackerel, was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatagarasu had successfully infiltrated the Kodovian embassy as well. Mr. Date Man. Yeah, he's not Dead Man, he's Date Man. His name is Date, okay? This is why we love this game. Mr. Date Man. Oh, with 10 likes, yes, 10 likes. Mr. Date Man. At first, Rel, and this guy's name Mackerel. I heard date me. What? At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatagarasu, but that he did not kill Date Man. Man did. No, his name is Date Man. Okay. There's a difference. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie. It's possible that he wants the spotlight to go down. Oh, he wants to go down in the spotlight setting if he's found guilty. There's truly no limit to people's inanity. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecutor presented the security footage captured the murder. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rel as the murderer. The act of Mr. Rel firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitors' gallery. My god, I finally sneezed. But my nose is still itchy. Hope you have a good time. Gonna be cooking all night. Here is Manfred, right? Paris Pirates of the Caribbean Date Man's chairs. Upon seeing that the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because it was told to by the real Yatagarasu Burn Faraday. That's how Edgeworth does it in real life too. That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to be the murder of the Kodovian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to this as the second KG8 incident. The second KG8 incident? I'm very sorry, sir. I fear to have failed to study hard enough. I got an A minus! Oh, stupid child. Well, even among the police, it's a sick information that only a select few are privy to. Could you please enlighten me, sir? Please don't. Literally every girl in existence. Why haven't you cried during Titanic? Bosu, do you even know the feeling when you can't sneeze but your nose is itchy? I know, right? Just tell me, Bedford! So what do you mean by the second KGA incident? In order for me to tell you, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents. It's a 3-year-old newspaper. Ugh! Newspaper. Gross! Okay, let's look at that newspaper. Oh gosh. Okay. KG8 incident overview received from my mentor as a reference to KG8. Let's check it. Ooh. Cadopian embassy staff member Manny Cochin found not guilty. The victim is CCU because she sees you. By the Daily Express, my favorite newspaper. A shadow over the Amano group. What's his relation to the council, the smuggling ring? Manny Cochin and a CCU. You have heard of the Amano group scandal before, correct? Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano group's director, was arrested. CCU. Oh, when shiny Pokemon use Memento, Final Gambit, Teleport, Dragon Tail, Whirlwind. That has never happened to me before. Under the suspicion of smuggling. Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano group and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court. Wasn't a Cadopian embassy staff member arrested for the murder? Hey Dan, what's up Dan? We're just playing some Ace Attorney today. Yes. Yes. A Cadopian by the name of Manny Cochin was the suspect. However, due to a lack of evidence, the case went unsolved. Lack of evidence? Why are you so shocked at that? Ha! If only I was in charge of the case, I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt. To make sure that all criminals are found guilty. My mentor is really dedicated. Oh, that happened to you as of now? Shiny KO, one hit KO. Oh, and that almost happened to me, then I had to master ball the Lugia. But how you doing, Dan? Why does Edgeworth expression give me a shut it boomer vibe? I mean, look at Benford. Look at this guy. Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then. He was as specific as ever. Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG8 incident as well? Edgeworth, can you just stop repeating what Manfred just told you? It was a super effective move. Oh no! Powered by Swords Dance? Oh rip. That's right. And now once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against the smuggling organization. And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was went to testify. You're catching on! Huh, finally, stupid boy. The victim was murdered just before the day in the court against the smuggling organization. Man, events are occurring almost the exact same way they did in the KG8 incident. 50 SRs is so fast. So that's why it's being called the second KG8 incident. Yes, you stupid boy. Literally, I just explained to you why we're calling it the second KG8. Oh, why did I take you as my disciple? Cabellion. Yet there's one difference between the two incidents. What would that be? This so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief Yatagarasu. Better find out more. Okay, let's talk to him about that. If it's true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Kodopian embassy, what could he or she have been after? No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting records and release them publicly. Or more likely to steal the secrets from the Kodopian embassy itself, since the item that the Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police. What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police? I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof that positive that the Yatagarasu had infiltrated the embassy the same day the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say? Still don't know what else to talk about. The shiny Pokemon or a normal Pokemon? Huh? Also, have you seen the picture? It was in the general chat. Which picture? Did you just post it or did you post it like before? I might have seen it. Your tooth doesn't hurt anymore. Nice! Good tooth. Don't hurt. Oh, the Crobat. Yeah, I saw the Crobat. Someone posted that before. Didn't you post that before or was it someone else? That would be the first. That would have to be the first time the Yatagarasu left evidence behind, correct? Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, I suggest you ask Faraday. Mr. Faraday? He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well. Oh my god, it's a coincidence! He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KG8 incident and the Yatagarasu case. Mr. Faraday has a lot on his plate. Ah! A girl! What is this little girl? The way I got it to stop though hurt a lot. Oh no! Do you like rip it off your face? Did you punch yourself? Like what happened? It was the G-Max Crobat. Yeah, I saw. Someone posted that before. Wasn't it? It was probably you or someone else. Like the same picture. What is it, little girl?
That's... You're scary, mister!
Go! Roasted by a tiny girl! Do you need something?
I want to trade these coins with you.
A fistful of dimes, quarters and pennies. Looks like they give you exactly $1. And I haven't checked. Yeah, that means I think someone else posted it in the art museum before. Is this what you want?
Thanks! That's exactly what I needed!
Could that child be here to watch the trial? How disrespectful of a child like that to be running around in the courthouse. Ugh! Does no one have the respect to this country's judicial system anymore? No. Gotta go burp. Alright. My nose is still like itchy as heck. Ugh. Wee. You put rubbing alcohol. Oh no! Kilo, no! That sounds horrifying. Dude. Well, at least it doesn't hurt now. The paperwork for the prosecution substitution complete. Why you? Do you even know how much time there is left of before this trial resumes? I am so sorry. Can I have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant? Gulp! There's no border, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me. A proud one you are. You better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. Wee! About to head out into the other room to get the evidence from Faraday. Oh, we're in the courtroom. Oh, well. In my head, I was like, this probably won't hurt ever. Ah, get it out! Do you like spit it out? Or do you endure the pain? Dots. Dots. Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that this event is not prepared yet either? Bailiff, where's Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure, I wasn't paying attention. We win by default. Oh, you must be the one Mr. Von Carmel recommended. Oh, Judge, we miss you! I missed you, Judge. It's been a long time. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing you how you perform. By the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during recess? You able to keep it for a minute before it was unbearable? Oh no! That's rough. I could have sworn I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. So it looks like the trial's about to resume, however. Yes, it would be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday. What is that blaster perform up to now? Hold it! Butts and noses! Welcome in. Welcome in. We have a new layout. Do you guys enjoy this new layout? Sir, it's an emergency! Oh, sir, it's an emergency! Silence! There shall be no yelling in the sacred call of law. Bailiff, remove this man from this courtroom at once. Please! Wait! You have to listen to me! There's an emergency! Defendant lobby number 2! Mr. Faraday and the defendant! The two of them! They're both dead! What? Huh? Nani? Is it dead, Von Karma? He's alive now? It's a flashback to 7 years ago. So he's alive. Stay back! Ugh! What should he sound like? No one's allowed. loud on the GUMSHOE period. Just who does this oddball thing he is? That's the best insult you can come up with. This is becoming quite a hot spot. Isn't she Mr. Rell's defense attorney? Hey you! No running in the hallway, pal! And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. Oh, I see. Before Phoenix found the bullet in his shoulder. Yep. This is before Edgeworth is even made his debut as a prosecutor. He was about to make his debut as a prosecutor, and then we found out somebody died. Now we're finding out somebody died. He haven't even met GUMSHOE yet in this one. This is the first time he's met in GUMSHOE. A poster of the judge. Just a slogan of some sort. Every strike of my gavel brings the truth closer to me, and my hair farther away. Dots. Is this a promotional poster, or the court, or a hair growth product? A drink vending machine. Gawk! Now is not the time to be pondering what drink I want. And interesting, they're selling special court themed food products here. Many of them seem sort of troublesome and suspicious. Objection, I suppose. It's time for some civil intercourse with the vending machine. Interact with the fire extinguisher. Oh, where? Ah! Hey Luminian, how you doing, Luminian? Also sorry I'm sniffling, guys. My nose is really itchy and I feel like sneezing. My nose is kind of blocked right now. What's up, Luminian? How you doing? Fire extinguisher. This is our Ace Attorney stream. We normally stream Pokemon, but on Mondays we play Ace Attorney and we do voices for the characters. A fire extinguisher. If one were to be hit in the head with this, I suppose the victim could lose memory or two. But it's not as if I'd be able so foolish as to be struck one of these. I wouldn't be so foolish as to be struck by one of these. Unlike a certain other person in the future. A certain blue suited man. Okay. Remember that? Yup, with the
case with the bananas. the bananas, man. How can I forget the bananas?
I like your Edgeworth. Oh, thank you! I'm not that dumb. Ooh, a courtroom door. Defendant lobby number 1 is through here. The incident took place in lobby number 2 next door. I shouldn't allow myself to be sidetracked like this. I better get a move on. I'm not a prosecutor, I'm a prosecutor. Hey Mayflower, what's up? Hey, your profile picture is different. Okay, let's talk to my boyfriend. I mean Edgeworth's boyfriend. And you are? Who, me? Hey pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. It was a baseball banana?
Yes, the bananas. I couldn't see it, but it's not bananas. She threw some bananas. The bananas fell down.
Also, thank you for 13 likes on the stream. Ugh! Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a district prosecutor. Prosecutor? Never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal. I've told you my name, now would you mind telling me yours? Stop flirting! Detective GUMSHOE just recently achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream. It's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. This detective is entirely too excited to be in a murder scene. Okay, let's talk to him about the crime scene. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know, I don't have anything to tell you, right? I know that. But it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Wow, you're a really proud one for a youngster, aren't you? Maggie Bud's giving someone a middle finger, which is to say she's flipping the bird. Well, anyway, Detective Bat was the one in charge. So you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to defend in lobby number 2. So you were guarding the detail. Did you notice anything strange while you on duty? Dang, it will look good here. I mean, this is when he was younger. Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot, then I kind of froze. You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much. Then again, I can hardly claim to know what it's like to hear at one in close range. Because I'm triggered every day of my life. Then Detective Barrett came running to the scene. When we went into lobby number 2 together, both men were there lying dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single people struggle. Interesting. Other than a gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion. Poor Miles. Ooh. Okay, we got his testimony, which says... was in hall on guard duty. Other than a gunshot, didn't hear a sound of struggle. Okay. When his daddy died. Recycling! Hey, Elton McGarry, I'm doing good. Kind of sniffly today. My nose is kind of blocked up. So we probably won't do too long of a stream today. Cause my nose is really itchy. But we will do as much as we can. And we're just having some fun. We heard the best pun just now. There was a dead man called Date Man. It was great. Love that gif. That is the sound sub count. Thank you. I thought it suit the case. Oops. It was pretty funny. Do you have a minute? You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this. I apologize for not introducing myself, but before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court. Get some soup, and I hope you will. But thank you. It's alright. Some sleep will do. Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. Yeah, 'cause I'm new. So Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh? I'll have you know, madam, that I've studied under Manfred von Karma. A choo-choo-choo. Do not take me for some naive novice. Dots. Go? Nani? Do not take me for some naive novice. Yeah, student of karma. Should have. Those clothes are a dead giveaway. Stop right there. These are garments of one who gallantly presents the facts. A poor. Thanks for a great laugh. Try not to make me laugh so much, okay? I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Love the finger shakes. I'm just kidding. Just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto Yu. And if you're telling me you're telling me the truth, then we're about to go head to head in court. Oh, but of course, I've heard much about you, Miss Yu. But of course, I am. You're a regular Shakespeare. Did I say something funny? I'd like you to update me on the situation. I really don't know anything. Why don't you try talking to the detectives over there? If that's the case, why are you here? What's so funny? Well, I didn't know she existed. It's just the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court was just a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could go back to the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened. That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. It's fine, don't worry about it. Oh, that's it? Alright. Same. Whee! Hey you, talk to me. Excuse me, but who are you? Detective Taro Bad. Homicide. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So how did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple. Mr. Faraday requested you to be here. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I am but the age of 17. Don't you dare call me a kid. Scary man. I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. Nope. I can't just back down here. I have a right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid? Is he threatening me? Is he going for his gun? It's just a mirror! How dare he trick me like that? Uh-oh, 17. Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade. He had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackrell, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand. Was there anyone else who went into defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big lug over there, his name is GUMSHOE. He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such impudence! This guy is really testing my patience. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court? Mackerel, this series has the best names. Yeah, and this is a guy called Date Main. Homicides are my only game. The Yatagarasu's case is on my assignments. So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu's characteristics in order to assess if Mr. Faraday was really the Yatagarasu or not. Well, looks like you might have a brain owl after all in the head of your son. Son! I am not your son, Pops. Miss you! There's someone who wishes to see you. Who is it? A Cadopian embassy staff member by the name of Manny Coton. Oh no! Turtle! I object, WAP! What is up, Turtle? We're just meeting a bunch of people. We just started the case and it's already a mess. We haven't even seen the dead body yet.
What?
Notes. What's going on? Detective Bad and Misused moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Wasn't Manny coaching? I'll be right there. Nice to see you again, miss you. Just a break from classes. Hey, you got membership so fast. Yeah, we got it pretty quick. We got it like what? Like almost 2 weeks after? I don't remember. Wait, when did we get 1,000? Just before January ended. So like, yeah, about a week or two. Which is crazy. And we got this emote so far. These are emotes so far. Which is pretty cool. Why are you here? I have no desire to see you again. Now. Naturally, would you step outside for a brief chat? I already forgot what voice I gave him. Doors. Fine, let's go. But Von Karma, it's been a long time. I knew we would show up. OMG the Mr. Mime. Yes, that's the best one. Oh yes, Snom. Oh yeah, we added a new I added a new emoji today. It's the jumping Snom. The Snom 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 Snom. I'll join too. Hey, thank you. We have one more slot that will go to Leon. But I don't know. Soon. I knew you would show up. You usually do when Venzi Yatagrasu is involved. And I see this case as no exception. Do you know Detective Bad, sir? Yes, he's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of the crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective. Huh! It's not like I don't know that. Moving on, Babs. The man I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from KG8 incident? So I was right. Didn't die. Just what is this man doing here? Wandering around here. That's Faraday. I can't believe he lets us an easy catch get away. Imbecile. He's dead. Will it just be the booty? Y'all will see. I will say it's not his butt, unfortunately. It's the face we make when we look at his butt. I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes. Von Karma, I think you said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about a departed. Very well. Back on topic. I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation here. Oh no! Ah! It's a baby! Papa! How could you place him in charge? Francisca, what are you doing here? I'm here for a summer vacation. What else? Francisca von Karma. So she's here on vacation from Germany. I remember what you said. She's the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a student of his who's also a junior to me. You're the one who's the junior to me. Don't you forget it. You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you? Ha! If you were able to pass it, I absolutely have no trouble at all. I never allow myself to lose to you. Never! Why does she always have to be this competitive? Anyway, Papa. You. Are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case? Francisca is scarier with shoulder pads. I mean, she's like 13 here. She's like a child. She's literally a baby. In this case, she's 13 years old. Yes, I am. Why do you ask?
Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself.
See, she doesn't have her usual whip. She has a little stick.
And I'm 100% confident that I can do a better job than him.
Do you know there's Ace Attorney in Roblox? No, I don't, because I don't play Roblox. But what's up, Speedy Yoshi? I don't involve myself with Roblox, so I wouldn't know. That's just like Francisca. Hey, Dragon Dance, Francisca! So young, yeah, she's a little girl in this case. And Edgeworth is like 17. She has no problem badmouthing someone right in front of them. Well, you Dragon Dance! But yeah, a smaller Francisca. These two will be conducting the investigation. What? You want me to let both these kids loose on a crime scene? Choo-choo-choo! Ha! This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. The crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. Alright, my nose is really runny today. Yo, I can actually see the age difference. Yeah, this is before Francisca became a prosecutor, and before, like, this is the first time GUMSHOE's meeting Edgeworth and all that. I'm doing good. Thanks. How you? My nose is kind of blocked and runny today, but it's alright. I'm the one with authority on this crime scene, but I will not tolerate complaining. Good. Edgeworth, Francisca, I leave this case to the two of you. I bow. Understood, sir.
I bow. Yes, Papa.
I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Generic paperwork. Remember, I accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me, or you will get the stick that I walk on. Hold up on camera, I still haven't agreed to this. Now Edgeworth and GUMSHOE meeting, a love story unfolds. Right? Just now Edgeworth was like, you, what's your name? And then GUMSHOE was like, if you want me to tell me my name, you have to be nice and tell me your name first, pal. And he's like, ugh, I was so rude, I'm so sorry. I'm Miles Edgeworth, what about you? And he's like, I'm GUMSHOE.
Miles Edgeworth.
I'm trying to make her sound a little younger too, like a child. It's been quite some time, Francisca.
This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
Would it kill you to at least say hello?
Long time no see.
Very good.
Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud.
What? She doesn't change a bit.
Miles Edgeworth, as I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the Von Karma name.
That's adorable. I'm angry I missed that part. It's alright. The re-upload is always there. Yo, she looks like a teenager. I mean, she's 13, so she is a teenager. For crying out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter. Looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him. He never fails. Now I appreciate you if you quickly run me through the facts, Mr. Bayard. I mean, Detective Bayard. You're better off checking out things on your own. Very well. Roblox is the website. Yeah, but I don't play I don't like to play that. It looks weird. And I don't play Roblox, but it's alright. I don't really play games on my computer anyway. Seems like getting help from Detective Bat will be a most arduous task. Hey, Gacha, welcome back. No worries, not to apologize. What are they doing on the floor? Oh no, Francisca, don't look! Francisca, don't look! Don't look! I don't want you to see what these two men on the floor lying on each other doing. Oh, is this really the... What are they doing? One has a gun and one has a knife. What will they both do with their own guns and knives? I was watching, having dinner, watching. Hey, no worries, it's to get your dinner. Is the only real explanation that they simultaneously killed each other? Yeah, I haven't played Roblox for weeks. Francisca, don't look!
But I love Yowie.
Shut... What? Francisca! What? Please, Francisca, control yourself. Gasp! And the episode I watched was very interesting. Oh, poor Francisca, she's too young! Oh no! Oh no! Lovers! Then PDM. Oh, I see.
Miles Edgeworth, what are they doing?
Don't look, Francisca, no! You're too young for this. Wait another 5 years first. But I love ya. Okay. What? Don't young teenage girls like yaoi? Then they become fujoshis and fudanshis.
Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they finish talking.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about my favorite BL CD. I mean, I'll say it one more time. This is a competition to see who's truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
A competition?
The person that figures out the truth first wins.
So the person who doesn't discover the truth is in dishonor to the name?
Exactly. I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me.
Sorry, I sneezed. I feel like I want to sneeze again.
I simply refuse to hear more foolish things coming from your foolishly foolish mouth.
Fine, whatever makes you happy.
Can I take that as you accepting my challenge?
Once again, whatever makes you happy, little sister.
Huh, well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we?
This is how they play games. Investigate crime scenes.
I'm going to find the perfect evidence and pretty present like the professional that I am.
Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. You kids over there! Kid!
Ha! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid.
I said kids, kid.
Huh? How dare you call me a kid as well?
I'll do what I please. And I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Hey, big guy. You're going to watch over this too. Silence. Sorry, I had to sneeze. My nose is really bad today, so I won't stream too long. She's even got a whip. Yeah, she doesn't have a big whip. She has a little stick. Yes, sir, Detective Bass, sir. Now do what I say. Oh, do what I say from now on, kids, okay?
You better not get in our way, Scruffy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do.
Did you prosecute a boy?
You're supposed to call him honey.
Jeez. Let's get started with our investigation already. Great. Now even that detective is treating me like a child. Alright, time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And if you call me prosecutor boy one more time, it will be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. Oh, what? What are you doing with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. He's so naive.
Whoa!
On to combination. Gumshoe, what are you doing behind me? Nothing! Detective Bad, may I have a word with you? What is it? It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the man acquire the weapons? The gun was inside Faraday's bag. It's a piece of evidence that was presented in a trial earlier today.
Still here, by the way, doing some stuff around the dorm. Hey, no worries, Turtle.
It was used to kill the Cadopian embassy staff member. But I never heard of anything about a knife. Mr. Brell was being held by police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Which means that possible that Faraday had a knife on him from the start as well.
Could it have been a piece of evidence that yet to be presented? But then why doesn't Detective Bad know about it?
Wait! What if? It's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife under the guise of a prosecutorial weapon with evidence. He could have brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Maybe you got a brain there after all, kid. Gumshoe, what are you doing behind? Nothing! Secretly admires the behind. He just suddenly appeared behind Edgeworth. What am I supposed to think? Ta-da! Yes! Girl, is he going to treat me like a child forever? Looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Brell first. Who then we counterattacked? It's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel like drawing too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must find the conclusive evidence. And you're the one count my name. Ah! Why are you following me? Come here. Oh, wait. Wait. Come here. Yes. Yes. No! Stop facing him! Mwah! Oh, look how sweet! I love RPG games. No, wait. I'm wasting time. Oh. Gumshoe, I need you to be further apart a little bit. Okay, Gumshoe, come here. Hey, Corey Champion! What's up, Corey? Admiring Gumshoe picture everyone combined. What are you doing? Gumshoe, oh, nothing, sir. Edgeworth, what are you doing? Stop it, man! Not in front of the Detective Bad. Like, jeez. Your sister is right there. Okay, let's investigate. Shall we talk to this dude still? Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts about the case? Faraday and Bad and Real. Looks like they killed each other to me. Although there are a few things I just don't seem to get right. What would that be? Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you bother me, boy? What? Now I've been downgraded to just boy? Dang it! Oh joy! You're worse than me playing Sims. What? Senpai noticed me. The window is opening. Huh. There's a fresh flowery scent in the air. Ugh! Flowers in the garden are so gross and ghastly. Do you maybe could try offering something useful for a change? Gumshoe, you dumb. That was Edgeworth asking for flowers, man. It's almost Valentine's Day, dude. That literally Edgeworth is like, ah, the beautiful flowers, and Gumshoe's like, oh, gross, bugs. Senpai. Well, there isn't no way for someone to escape through the window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor, huh? Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there's also iron bars on the windows? Yeah, I guess there's that. Either way, no one could get through these windows, right? I am dragon. There's a lie! No. Oh, you're doing well. You're a dragon, turtle. Turtle dragon? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. I love architecture. There's some stuff in the bags, pal. I suppose this is Mr. Faraday's bag. It's probably the trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him. Gotta trash out our BRB, alright. Take the trash out. I wanna get all the dragons from Speedy. This is evidence? Oh, I better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it. Do you just not pay attention to anything, do you? There are some plastic bags stacked on the table. There's a tea set too. Doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance. Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy. You're taking me out? Where am I going? We're all following Turtle. We're all trash. I am the original Turtleator. Alright, bye. Alright, Corey. Thank you for hanging out. We're going to a ramen shop. Maybe they were super quiet in the scuffle. After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know. Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off. I just went through this dialogue. I'm sitting right here. Looks like this sofa was ready to be disposed of. It's so soft, I could sleep it for all 25 hours of the day on this thing. Dots. If only I could dispose of him. Wow, Edgeworth.
Ah, I see.
Did you figure something out?
This is a competition, Miles. And as such, I appreciate if you didn't talk to me.
As you wish. Right? Why are the plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy, I just anyway. Could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Is Francisca just staring at the bodies? Yeah. Oh my god. It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. At first glance it seems they killed each other off. However, using logic, the only logical conclusion is, aha! What is the outburst for? My detective instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rell that fell first, see? You don't need a detective instinct for that, it's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until we examine the bodies. Okay, let's investigate the gun. Oh, I investigated his pants. Okay, never mind. Wait. Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rell and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. I guess it sounds kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science. You and I know how to pull the trigger. Although I doubt I ever need to use one. What? I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool holding a gun in your hand. It appears the police screening procedures need a thorough review. Investigating his trousers. Hey yo, hey! Oh my god, his elbow is touching the butt. And the other guy's elbow is touching the other side opposite of the butt. Okay. And their hands are interlocking over here. Look. They're so cute together. Dead on the floor. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. Let's investigate the plastic sheets on the floor. One has blood on it. Why did she set it around? Those back. Oh. It's the same dialogue. Okay. This one has blood on it. Why the. Oh. This is the same dialogue. I want to investigate the blood. Whatever. His hand is all black down here. Oh. Romeo and Julio. Tragic love story. His hand is all black down here. See, I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this blotching pattern reminds me of an ink stain. Hey, welcome back, turtle. An ink stain? Yes, I usually get ink on my hand when I use my feather pen. Feather pen? Never seen one before. You sure you weren't making it up, pal? Does that show that he's left-handed? I'm gonna investigate his face. Mr. Faraday, how ironic it is for him to lose his life in a courthouse. Yeah, why do you have to be like this? I don't even know what to say. Can't believe this happened while I was on a watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective to solve crimes? Yeah. Then get back to work. Find out the cause of his murder. Right, I'm on it, pal. Thanks for cheering me up, babe. No problem, honey. I'ma investigate the other guy's face. First, he killed a Cadopian embassy staff member. Then he was murdered himself. This guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know. What makes you say that? He's been hauled into the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. So yeah, he's definitely the type to commit a murder too. Why am I getting a notification now that your life is YouTube, man? YouTube's dying. Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Date Man. Yup, Mr. Date Man. Hey, good point, pal. I knew my detective intuition was telling me something. Detective intuition? Yup, do you know about it? It's a special feeling that all detectives... We don't have time for this conversation right now. Save it for home. Okay, let's investigate the knife. Looks like Mr. Rell died with the knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck on it. Then he must have used it as a weapon. No doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying his on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it for different attention in mind? I took a pic for my thumbnail. Ah! I hate selfies, but I actually love this pic. Oh, nice! Yeah, I hate taking selfies. That's why all my thumbnails are cursed. I hate taking selfies, but it's funny to edit the cursed image. It's hilarious. It's a special feeling. With the Mr. Mind face. Beautiful. I should jot some notes down about it. Mr. Rel's cause of death is from being shot, correct? That's what we think. It's hard to tell with him lying face down. Death is bad enough. It's truly lamentable that someone would try and hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Rel's cause of death with his body precision like that. Detective Barrett, I would like to examine the bodies further in detail if possible.
What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are?
I believe an examination of the body is vital to finding the evidence, don't you?
I suppose you have a point. Well, hurry up and get out of it!
Maybe. Yes, sir, I've taken care of the photos. There you have it. Dots. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of a crime scene is the work of detectives, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for them, will we? Okay, please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir, understood, sir. Oh, now they're opposite each other. Oh, how sweet! They're so cute! What a cute couple. Look at how cute they are together. Okay, I'ma investigate the gun. That's the one Mr. Rell got blown away by, right? Maybe, your answer. Yes, sir. We found it a ballistic marking in the gun room match. Ballistic markings are the figurative fingerprints on the gun that leaves on the bullet when fired. Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the marking of a bullet, you can tell which gun it came from. Yeah, that's it. Of course, I knew that. Yeah. Dogs. Maybe you better go off to back at the academy. Hey, come on, sir. Cut me some slack, will you? So the bullet was fired from the gun. Is what failed Mr. Rell. Okay, let's investigate the stab wound. There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rell is holding. Labby? Yes, sir. Verify now. Make it quick. From the looks of things, the one deduced the knife Mr. Rell is holding is the what killed Mr. Faraday. Okay, let's investigate the pen in his pocket. There's something in his breast pocket. Whoa! It's a fountain pen. Hey, I always keep pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Barrett is always telling me you should always write your name on everything you own. So you're gonna write your name on me? Just kidding. Yeah, somehow you strike me as quite a forgetful individual. Okay, let's talk about his scarf. Mr. Faraday. How ironic is it? Oh. It's the same dialogue! Okay, let's investigate the knife. Oh, it's the same. Oh, yeah, ouch! My stomach is starting to hurt from thinking of being stabbed! Just keep your mind on the case, we'll write. Oh. Shot in the chest. Takes some guts to fire a gun in the courthouse. I mean, I'm in a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? Also, 17 likes on stream. You couldn't write your name on me. This round grows very hot when discharged from a firearm. Hey, those flirt tactics. Hey, Lamau. Therefore, burn marks usually left when a shot is fired from point blank range. Ergo, Mr. Rell must have been shot for at least a yard or two away. You sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife today from the trial evidence. And then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rell and fired. However, Mr. Rell still managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. The man fell, and then two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory. In any case, what a crazy way to go! Still, something about the explanation doesn't seem right. I believe now a firmer grasp on what happened here. Okay, I think now... Okay, Francisca's there. But let's see if we can use some logic. We have a lot of logic today, guys. We got neat. So the logic is we had to take two that might relate to each other and combine them. So we have 5 logics here. Boop. Okay. We have neat and tidy table, the tea set, and the plastic bags on top of the table are completely undisturbed. The plastic bags are strewn around on the floor. The fountain pen, the lobby window, and the ink on his hand. So which should we do? Which should we combine first? I might end after we finish talking to Francisca, cause like I cut with my nose today. I'm sneezing way too much and my nose is hecka runny. I did not expect the sneezing. I wasn't sneezing just now, so I don't know what happened. Sometimes logic doesn't have logic. Wait, does that mean it's not logic? What? Nope. So which do you guys want to combine first? It's okay, Buzzy. Thank you. There's neat and tidy table, lobby number 2 window that no human can climb through. There's scent of flowers in the air. Ink stain, the plastic bags on the floor, and the fountain pen in his bube. The fountain pen in his pocket. It has an especially nice nib. Indeed it does. Indeed it is. Ugh. Who that? Who that? Ah, did you why? We'll have the two. You send you a snap. Ooh. Your face. Who that? Who that? Yeah, I'll combine stuff. I'll combine the plastics and the table, because they both have the word plastic bags. Oh! There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table, and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not like the other ones on the floor were knocked over during the struggle, in which case there might not be another explanation. Might there be not another explanation of how they got there? Another reason? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag is somehow related. Please get the blood away from me, pal! Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag? Hold on, let me ask the lab guy. Alright, please hurry. Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's! Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything in the bag either, sir. It appeared that this bag is a very important piece of evidence. If you say so, I'll leave it in your hands, pal. Thank you. Donkey. And I think the pen and the ink stain show that he's left-handed. So he wouldn't use a gun in his right hand if he was left-handed. That splotch from Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be ink from his fountain pen. Let's have the lab guy. Detective Gumshoe, I confirmed that the substance from Mr. Faraday's pen and his I see, good work. You know, I always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. Dots. If Mr. Faraday wrote fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume that he was left-handed. But it appears Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. If you say so, pal. Ah. And we have no more logic. So let's recap our badges. Our organizer. We got the prosecutor's badge, of course. We have the KG thing. We have Gumshoe's testimony. We got a handgun found in Faraday's hand. The bullet that killed Red was fired. Rel was fired yards away. The knife, believe Faraday brought this as evidence. It was found in Rel's hand. The crime scene notes pertaining to. Oh no! Immediately after a gunshot was heard. Remarks about the body: Faraday died of a knife stab, Rel died of a bullet, no gunpowder burns. And that's the loving picture. Plastic bag. One of the plastic bags has Faraday's blood on it. Ooh. This blood here is from Mr. Faraday. There are no other clues to be found. Which begs the question, do I need to put this bag inside of another bag to preserve it as evidence? Yes! The fountain pen. Left-handed. Ooh. It seems that Mr. Faraday was in the habit of using nice fountain pens. This is the total opposite of me. I don't get these things at all. Well, I think the pencil behind your ear suits you just fine. Really? You think so, pal? Man, I knew it was worth something. It wasn't exactly a compliment. Yeah, sure, whatever. Sure it wasn't. Wait, can we... investigate this thing? Ooh. Oh, whoops, did I move the camera? Whoopsie! Oh, ah! Looks like a quality. Oh, looks like a quality nib. Man, let me test it out, pal. Hey, this really. Ah, I got ink all over my hand! Detective Gumshoe, don't ever play evidence like it again. You can't hide your feelings, pal. Oh, and that's all. Oh, this is Burn Faraday. This is a date man. Okay, let's talk to Francisca.
Ah, I see.
Did you figure something out?
This is a competition.
Oh wait, she said this just now.
What?
Did I miss something? The TV? Whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one. Pearl? Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal sized television like this one. Oh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge. Ah! Way too noisy.
You're the noisy one, Scruffy.
Don't touch it, you get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't even touch it. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of a detective's work. Foundation, huh? Looks like the rookie here needs to show up. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No. True. We can't conclude that just yet. Quite yet. There's still something I find peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there's actually a contradiction that shows there's another possibility. No way, pal, really? I suppose I will just have to show you the conflict in the crime scene. Boop. Okay. Yeah, we had to deduce something. That he's left-handed, but he's holding a gun in his right hand, I think. So I'm gonna deduce that. So I'm gonna deduce him and then put the pen. Cause he's left-handed. Why is he holding the gun in his right hand? I'm gonna try that. Eureka! Now that we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this! Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write in his fountain pen. Ergo, he's left-handed. And yet the handgun in his right hand. Don't you find that odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold a gun in his right hand? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting the crime scene. Hey, you're right, Bill, this seems kind of strange, but how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags scattered on the floor and the gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure in this case. A person of vile intent is serious about keeping the truth from us. Ooh. Here's an autopsy report.
It's probable that Mr. Rell was survived a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantly from his stabbing. Interesting. It looks like that we know everything we need to know about this case.
Are you sure we know everything?
Of course, the incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage after being accused, tried to kill the defendant, but the defendant fought back and they ended up killing each other. I bow. It's all very clear and simple. There's absolutely no margin for doubts.
Do you really believe that to be the truth?
Huh? Are you saying that's just because I figured it out the truth before you?
Hey, welcome back, Gato.
Oh no! And that you don't want to believe it's true?
Francisca looks so weird in pixel.
It's alright if you disagree with my argument and prove me wrong. Well, if there's any contradiction to be found, that is.
Don't worry, I will.
Ow! Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, and Mr. Rell survived for a short time. From this, it's obvious that Mr. Faraday died as he was shot after he shot Mr. Rell. Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. These are the facts of this case.
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first, proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. Oh, you're gonna hunt NDD, yes. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory. How y'all doing? I think after I defeat Francisca, I'll end the stream because my nose is hecka runny today for whatever reason. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Oh my god! Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell before he died. Do you have any basis for that statement?
Your foolishness has no end, does it? Now, I hate to repeat myself, however. Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's all the basis I need.
Hey, frozen luxury! Yeah, I don't know why, like, my brain is fine, but my nose, it's just my nose. Maybe it's allergies or something, I don't know, like dust, I don't know. At least we did a little bit of this case, like the first chunk. Alright, so if Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, he must have attacked the rail before being stabbed.
You're finally beginning to catch on, I see.
Hold it! Hold it! So you believe that the dying Mr. Rell stole the knife from Mr. Faraday?
Mr. Rell became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So the two men struggled, and in the end, Mr. Rell was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound.
Can you really say that is perfect?
What are you insinuating?
Nothing. However, I can't let you slide by what you say without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise, so if you could append your statement. Now we can present. Wait, what do we present with? Do we present with the crime scene notes? Oh my god.
Fine. They struggled, and Mr. Rell used the last bit of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday.
Hold it! Hold it! I just sneeze again. About this statement.
Mr. Rell used all his remaining strength to take the knife and to defend himself. One can easily say it's a violent struggle. Of course, it's nothing compared to what my riding crop can do.
Well, how does one compare her damage to her crop from the state of this room?
Furthermore, the plastic bags are on the floor. On the floor of this room was scattered due to the fight. Is there anything else I can explain for you?
No, that would be fine.
So what do we present on this? They struggle and use the last of his strength. What? Do I present Gumshoe's testimony? Because Gumshoe's testimony says that he didn't hear a sign of a struggle. Which now she's saying there's a struggle. So that's a contradiction. Hey Kakarot, how you doing, Kakarot? Should I present Gumshoe's testimony? Gumshoe's testimony says was in hall on guard duty. Other than gunshot, didn't hear sign of a struggle. I'ma try and present that. Objection! Oh yes! A choo choo choo! If the two men were fighting, their struggle would have caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified he heard absolutely nothing. Ha! You placed too much faith in the detective's testimony, you know.
You're watching Doctor Who, everything was chill, the guy appeared in people's dreams. Detached his fingers from his hand and made a... What? Weird. Oh dang.
But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. Now then, how did Mr. Rell get his hands on the knife?
Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting in right here in lobby number 2. It's not hard to imagine perhaps Mr. Rell saw a chance to get out at some point.
Dot. So what you're saying is this. Mr. Rell took a chance when he saw the opportunity, took the knife from the bag, and then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed.
Isn't there something strange in Francisca's statement just now? Something's off. Wait, something doesn't add up.
Really?
It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed. Not possible for Mr. Faraday to have been shot. Wait, what? It's not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot to have shot Mr. Red after being stabbed, because he died right away. Take that! Oh, take that! Your Snow Run baby cozy. Oh, you will really want to start streaming in the future. Oh, nice. You should if you want, and you can. Take that. Take that. According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately after being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he couldn't have not possibly fired a gun after that.
Oh, you got me.
Choo. But of course.
Well then, if the report is correct, there's only one correct explanation. If it's supposed that Mr. Rell attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, unable to kill Mr. Rell. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then they both died. That's the only explanation that makes logical sense. Hey, Vanessa, welcome to the stream. Beep boop. How you doing? Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Francisca. Just wanted to explain it for you as simply as possible. Before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could foolishly. Yeah.
How naive of you to believe that your only options are only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Choo. Francisca. It is I, Melissa. What's up, Melissa? How did the guy who got stabbed? I don't know. Francisca, you still got a ways to go.
What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic?
Mr. Faraday died instantly, and the fact that he did gives rise to the contradiction in his scene. The contradiction is here. The order of events, the order of the bodies fell, and the evidence bags location. What? Like the order that the bodies fell? Because the mackerel is below. Oh good, how about you? My nose is a bit runny today, so we won't stream too long. We'll just finish the stream after we're done with this talking to Francisca. Let me get this straight. What are you arguing is Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell, and then the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order of which their bodies are piled.
No.
Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's, which means Mr. Rell is secretly a bottom. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday.
Impossible!
I agree that it's strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene is what Miss Always.
No, that's not so fast, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
What now?
I simply think you ought to think more outside the box. That is even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's instantaneous murder.
She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some decisive evidence to prove her wrong.
It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It doesn't matter that the slightest the order they fell.
Well, no, because the gunshot. Is that absolutely correct? All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can present the evidence with the contradiction. You're so excited you're gonna get Switch on Wednesday. Oh, nice! Heck yeah! You go get Sword and Shield. Sword or Shield. So I think it's this statement about, and we're gonna present about the gunpowder. Hold it! Hold it! What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time?
I assume that Mr. Faraday's two different weapons in his hand made to attack Mr. Rell while holding both the knife and the revolver. Then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rell grabbed the knife and he was falling, and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That is how Mr. Rell wound up at the bottom of the top.
You going to go with sword? Oh, nice! What's gonna be in your team, do you know?
At close range, that's more than possible.
It's possible, but...
Well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you got!
Oh, I will. And to the extent I like for you to append what you said to your testimony.
I don't see any point, but as you please. That is indicates that attack each other from a close range.
Which is wrong, cause in the crime scene notes, there's no gunpowder burn on the thingy. You're getting mad internet outages. Oh no, Arca! Objection! Choo choo choo. So you believe they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as written in the crime scene notes, the firing of the handgun did not leave gunpowder burn on Mr. Rell's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rell and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on another, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Rell moved that far after being shot, it only leaves one explanation.
What a foolish line of foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool. If I'm not right, then who was the one that made the first move of the intent to kill, huh? Who?
The person that attacked the first murder with intent, it will be Mr. Faraday, Mr. Rell, or neither man. Here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus there must be only one explanation. There was a third person in here. Hey, Just Ice, how you doing? It was the third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell, and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. Then the third person is the real culprit.
Thoughts? Miles Edgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing.
Evidence, correct?
Exactly. Everything you said up till now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove there was a third person involved in this crime?
Of course. If a third person was truly here, the fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof that this has all been a setup to make it look like they kill each other. I'll present it and lay bare the final piece of puzzle into place. What is the piece of evidence that proves there's a third person involved? What's the piece of evidence that proves there was a third person involved? Is it a plastic bag? Because it's just randomly on the floor? I'ma try the plastic bags. I have a lot of health, it's fine. Oh, take that! Take that! Because the plastic bags were kind of thrown everywhere on purpose. Take that! Oh, take that! Take that! The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and the plastic bag with his blood on it. These two items point to the presence of the third person.
How so?
Recall Detective GUMSHOE's testimony. I was in the hallway the whole time and I didn't hear a single people struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't have been plastic bags on the ground. Meaning someone else must have deliberately scattered them around.
Okay.
Achoo-choo-choo. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for the moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife used on a person. If the culprit held the knife in a plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter that they withdrew from the knife. Then by spreading a few more plastic bags around it, mixing the bloody one in them, and arranging the room, make it look like there was a struggle between the two, they'll be able to conceal their presence. Looks like we got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes. Also, don't ask me why Callisto, when Callisto says objection, she sounds like a man. What's up with the heck with you, pal? Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective GUMSHOE under arrest. What? What's the meaning of this? You look like you're not old man to discipline your own subordinates. Don't you dare. The detective claims he was there standing in front the whole entire time, but I have it on good authority that it was a giant lie. Notes. Miss Yu, I ask that you please explain your last statement. I'll let His Honor explain himself. Me? Oh, I saw him in my own eyes, I'll tell you. During recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What? See, Mr. Bat, who's gonna arrest who? I don't know. I asked that, so I ask you, why would a detective who's supposedly doing his job the whole time wanna fabricate such a lie? GUMSHOE, did you kill Faraday? No! Of course not, sir.
It would appear that the one who set up the whole crime is a detective, which basically renders his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has come tumbling down. Miles?
I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single people struggle. Thanks. Was that statement really a lie? Detective GUMSHOE, you're now a suspect in the murder of 2 men. Now spit out the truth, or so help me. I haven't lied to anyone, sir, honest. I really was there. I was in the hallway the whole time. Detective Bad, I ask that you please don't act without my permission. After all, I am the one heading up this investigation, am I not? No, don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. Choo-choo-choo. All I ask is for this investigation to run perfectly.
Perfection is the only wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all.
Therefore, before you take Detective GUMSHOE into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something. What's that? Should I ask? Motive for the murders, why he wasn't in the hallway, or the state of the hallway. The state of the hallway? Detective GUMSHOE, I take it that no one else was in the hallway at the time, correct? Huh? Oh, of course not, pal! You're being awfully defensive. Might you be hiding something from me? No, watch your mouth, pal! Don't hide anything from the babe. You can't go saying stuff like that around me without any evidence. I suppose you're right. I have no evidence at this point.
Miles Edgeworth, how can you be losing a battle with this detective? You're a disgrace!
Oh! Maybe I should ask something else. Motive? I suppose the one thing I like to clarify is Detective GUMSHOE's murder for committing this crime. Motive, huh? GUMSHOE, you got a grudge against Faraday or anything? No, sir, not me. Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir. That a fact? You really have a bad problem with lying, don't you, Detective GUMSHOE? No, I'm telling you, I'm not lying!
The more natural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know.
If you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one right here for you. Right here. Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object in my two flights of fancy, because I'm all interested in the perfect explanation.
You're serious, aren't you?
Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice. Oh, come on! I thought we were done. It was about a week ago. I saw the detective get chewed out by a livid Faraday in the precinct. He stood out there super pale and yelled, "There's a salary cut for you, you nitwit." Wow! Brand new detective suddenly getting his salary cut. The reason for a grudge. Well, how's that for a perfect explanation? You totally misunderstand me, pal. No matter how mad I get, I could never hold a grudge. Quiet. We can't say, can't trust anything you say. Sir! There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed per se, but there's some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Perfect explanation may not be so perfect after all. I have to defend my future boyfriend. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Was Mr. Faraday was upset? Yeah, you know what else? Mr. Faraday isn't exactly known to get angry often. But he was totally buried in the face. And the offending detective just stood there like as pale as a ghost, like he was about to die.
Just the face he was making right now, right?
I'm completely innocent, I tell you. The poor man. It was quite a scene with the detective. Hold it. Yeah, hold it. Hold it. Hold it. You just stood there watching this unfold in front of you. Yeah, I have to say it was really enjoyable too. But that's why I saw Detective Gumshoe earlier and then used to stick there. No way! I thought it was because I had something stuck on my face.
What would you do?
Huh? What got stuck on my face?
Let's just start with your eyes, your nose, mouth.
Those ridiculous eyebrows ain't rude. Hold up now. Hold up now. Huh?
Messing with your head is too much.
Miss you, if you don't mind, I'd like you to return to your testimony.
Sure, why not?
The Gumshoe certainly had a motive to kill Mr. Faraday. However, there's just one thing I can't wrap my head around in this explanation. I'll just have to force Miss Yu to explain herself. Hold it! Keiichi revised. She should laugh like that. I appreciate that. To cut the new detective salary right off the bat like that. I'm not really familiar with the way you guys relate, but is it a common practice? Speaking of cutting my salary, didn't you threaten me to do that to me earlier too? Dots. I suppose I did.
It's only natural to cut a worthless detective salary down to their actual worth. My father can even fire anyone, new or old, with a snap of his fingers, like Thanos. And we all know how that went. Do you think it's the reason for protecting to hate you people?
Man. Well, I guess. Really shouldn't cut people's pay. Detective Bad, don't tell me Mr. Von Karma cut your salary earlier. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! You call your explanation perfect.
Still not to your liking.
Choo choo choo. Unfortunately for you, it's not up to my standards.
Oh, is there something you want me to clarify in that case?
What should I do? Raise an objection? Yes. Alright, if you could clear one thing up for me. Motive, how Mr. Faraday was killed, Faraday and Gumshoe's relation, or motive for killing Mr. Rell. I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential for motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what is this motive for killing Mr. Rell?
Easy!
His motive for killing Rell, like I would know. If there was no clear motive for both the murders, I doubt his incident would have occurred, wouldn't you agree? Dots. Is there anyone else who might have a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves? Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea. Duh? What? But that's impossible. She must know something.
Can you please not glare at me like that? It makes me laugh.
God, I didn't even do anything, you're already laughing away.
Anyway, the way I see, as long as he had a motive to kill one of the two, this crime would have played out in the way it did anyway.
Would you care to explain your logic? A choo choo choo. This time, please provide a truly perfect explanation.
Perfect this, perfect that. Stop being so uptight. Requested for being on camera.
Gotta go. Alright, Gato.
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you shut this rude woman up.
I wish you both would be quiet for just 1 second.
So, I guess I explained to you kids.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day yourself. There's no one out there that would motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. All you had to do is establish that one had a grudge against one of the two men. Mr. Rell, who happened to be there, became a witness to Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity and set up to look like they had killed each other. I wonder if that's really true. Is there really no one out there with a grudge against both men? Should take a look hard at the evidence. The Cake and KG incident, as people are calling it, involving an embassy staff member and the two men involved who wound up as suspects. Is there really something I'm overlooking? I bet it's her, because CCU and Callisto U. So I bet I had to present something on the first statement. Hold it! So there's no one else who might have a grudge against Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. I suppose no one is a bit of a stretch. I'm pretty sure no one in here in the courtroom this day. She's lying through her teeth. We just saw someone like that earlier. Besides, you don't need to prove that a killer had a grudge against both men. So who do I present? Do I present the KG thing? Oh, he was found not guilty. Why do you always say hold it? Oh, because so when you talk to people, you can either present evidence to because there's a contradiction, means there's a mistake, and then you have to prove them wrong, or you can press them, which means you ask them more questions. The hold it is pressing them. I'm gonna present the KG incident to this statement. Objection. Miss Yu, I believe there's someone you overlooked in your making your statement. Or rather, is it because you rather not bring this person up? That's what do you mean? We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was a suspect of the original KG-8 incident, and a member of the Codopian embassy staff, Mr. Manny Cochin. That's right, the very man who came to visit you out early in the hallway. That's the man who killed a member of the Codopian embassy staff, Mr. Rell, and the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KGA incident, Mr. Faraday. Are you telling me that Mr. Cochin has no reason at all to kill both these men? Well, I suppose he might have had a reason or two. You cover for me, pal! Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. No, now Gumshoe's starting to fall in love. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect. Make no mistake about it. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony. These are the only things I wish to hold. And the perfect boyfriend. What? But I didn't do it! You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin for me. And remember, I will not be very forgiving should any of this What? You want to investigate coaching? You'll be wasting your time. And why is that? Coaching was up in the viewing gallery watching the trial, so I was told. Every cop in this place had been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived.
Then the only real suspect we have is still Detective Gumshoe.
I suppose so. No way! Come on, Detective Bear, you gotta believe me, sir. Red was in that hallway the whole time, sir. I never took a single step into this room, sir. Okay, then are you saying there's someone else who passed through the hallway? I know! There was no one else, sir. Why would I believe you? You didn't do it.
That is one incredibly foolish detective. Standing in front of a crime scene all by himself is as good as confession by guilt.
I do have to admit it is a bit strange. Most criminals would fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if that detective really wanted to prove that he's innocent, you'd think he would at least offer up "I spaced out while on duty" or the like. Come on, Gumshoe, trying for your interrogation. Detective Brad! Goodbye. Cruel world.
Miles Edgeworth, I will go ahead and report this to Papa.
On that, as they say, right everyone? Bye! Well, I suppose we should both be getting back to our real jobs now, huh? Achoo-choo. Before we do that, Miss Yu, there's something I'd like to speak with you about. What is it? Ugh, she's vibrating. Disgusting. So, what do you want to ask me about? The current case of the murdered Cadopian embassy staff member. I heard people have been calling it the second KG-8 incident. But only among you law enforcement types. And what about it? I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG incident. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers. No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KG incident. I appreciate you start with the false accusations. Baseless outbursts are useless both inside and outside the courtroom, don't you know? I do, but I also do have a leg to stand on here. Does
I don't think you can stop making that ultra serious face in front of my head.
God, if you could stop laughing for just 1 second. I'm not going to make any headway like this. I'm just gonna have to show her exactly how related she is. I'ma present the newspaper because it has her sister's name inside. Miss Yu, I believe that I have proof that your connection to the KG incident. That trial is your proof. Very well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the KG incident? Through the victim. Your connection to the KG incident is through the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Can you still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to the case? Sorry, but we're not related. What? Just kidding. You asked that question with such a serious look on your face. I couldn't help but... Miss Yu, I asked that you please tell me the truth. Alright, I'll tell you everything I know. As you guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amano group was my sister CCU, as I told. And she was killed right before she was to testify in the impending trial. Nah, you're tearing me apart, Altage! Oh no, Arca! My Manny Kojin. but because he was tried once and was acquitted, he gets to live the rest of his life, cushy life, completely carefree. All because of a lack of evidence. No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist. What? I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself that Mr. Cochran's trial was over. Apparently a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence. Then the evidence had been tampered with? Isn't it just a criminal to do something like that? It's the smuggling ring being run by the Amana group and one of its secretaries. They bailed and Mr. Cochran out. Turns out they were in the league with each other all along. How big was the smuggling ring? Was it a large operation? I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to be the lead defense on this case that people are calling the second KG incident. But I haven't learned anything new. I'm probably expecting too much, I know. You mean, you think this case has nothing to do with smuggling ring? I don't know what to think. Once you're done with your stream, I sent you some fun stuff in the Discord. Ooh, okay. We're gonna end soon, probably after we're done talking to her. Why did Mr. Cochran want to meet with you earlier? Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found I was the defense lawyer in the case after he arrived. He figured he should say hi and one other thing. Looks like he couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad. Gah? What's that supposed to mean? Oh boy, stop it already with a scary face. Oh, I'm fine, really. I gave him a good slap across the face. The way she talks about slapping as she laughs is kinda creepy. It's just as Mr. Bass said. He's not related to the double murder. I asked around and people in the gallery claim that he was in his seat the entire time. Talk about cruel fate. Well, this is all I about now. Sorry. Guess I wasn't much help, huh? It's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. Edgeworth, you're really too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would you? Thank you for your advice. But there's no need to worry. Look at my finger. I work in my own way and I catch my criminal in their own way as well, you see. Look at the game face. I'm ready to go. I'm making no such face. Did you know laughter is the best medicine? Don't you get tired of making a serious face all the time? I'm charged with making sure that all the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. There you go, making that face again. Oh well. I gotta get going. Gotta see a few loose ends to tie up. Goodbye. Goodbye? Thoughts. The KGA incident and this murder investigation. Just my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus that Detective GUMSHOE. Oh, my baby! He always is lying. Even though lying is hurting his chances. Clearly this case is far from over. But whether to not to do that the detective the murderer can only be determined once I complete my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to upload your honorable name. If my name isn't Miles Edgeworth. To be continued. Wow. So we'll probably end here today. I know it was super short. Like we've been here for like 2 hours or something. But we hit 20 likes, which is cool. But yeah, I'ma save. We'll probably just end here. I don't think I'll do any shiny hunting. Cause I might just go and like sleep or something. Or like watch video. I'm putting down new fibers in my area. Oh. For your internet? No. But yeah, I'ma just end here. We'll do shiny hunting tomorrow. But goodbye. Boop, boop, boop. I missed like half of it because out there I'm gonna check out the missed spots. Oh yeah, have fun. But I'm gonna just go and chillax. Ouch, my foot. But I hope we get some shinies tomorrow. And I'll see y'all. So peace.